Paul Heyman is renowned for his work in the wrestling business, particularly in WWE. For his contributions over the years, he was inducted into the 2024 WWE Hall of Fame in April over WrestleMania XL weekend. In the last decade alone, he managed Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns, three of the top superstars in the business who each had a prolonged world title reign in the company. Naturally, his presence could intimidate somebody who is coming in for the first time. WWE Raw interviewer Jackie Redmond revealed that it is the case with her, but in the best sense of the word. On Sportsnet 590 to the Fan, she praised the Wiseman for his ability to hold the interest of the audience for how much ever time he has on screen. I thought he, Paul Heyman, was a genius then, before she joined WWE. Just watching him, formulate words, put speeches together, really orchestrate an entire scene even when he's not the person speaking. So, I've always admired him from afar. But going into WWE, I was nervous to meet Paul Heyman. I still am very intimidated by him. Jackie feels that people do not give her honest feedback as she moves ahead in her career, but Heyman is one of the few who actually does, and I first started, and he gives me feedback all the time, which I love. For any aspiring broadcasters out there, feedback is your best friend. Good and bad, you need it. He gives me that. I find it harder to get, the more I go on my career, get honest feedback, and he gives it to me, she added. Paul Heyman recently disclosed on Instagram that he will be present at a major fan expo later this year, on November 9th. Jackie Redmond spills the beans on the WWE Hall of Famers process. Jackie Redmond further discussed about a moment when she was in Gorilla with Paul Heyman. The Wiseman asked her to watch a musical performance of legendary musician Prince with him. He told her to pay attention to how Prince can control an audience. She revealed that they watched the entire performance, and ultimately Jackie was astounded by how Paul Heyman works at his craft at this stage in his career, despite already being really good at it. And how does he figure out how to do it? He looks at some of our greatest artists of our time and says, how do they perform? How do they keep an audience over an 8-minute performance, or a concert, or one song? I guess it blew my mind that this man at this stage of his career still looks at things like that about how to be better and how to perfect something that he's already so good at. After his title reign ended at 1,316 days, Roman Reigns decided to take some time off from WWE TV. Heyman, meanwhile, accompanies Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa on SmackDown. The Wiseman has repeatedly shown utter bafflement at how Sikoa has taken over the position of tribal chief, admitting that he has no clue about Roman's whereabouts. Title: The Intimidating Charm of Paul Heyman, A Tale of Wrestling, Wit, and Wisdom. Jackie Redmond, the vivacious host of sports entertainment, had encountered her fair share of larger-than-life personalities. From athletes with towering physiques to coaches with fiery tempers, she navigated the world of sports media with finesse and flair. However, there was one figure who never failed to evoke a sense of both awe and intimidation: WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman. It was a crisp autumn afternoon when Jackie found herself backstage at a WWE event, armed with her microphone and trademark enthusiasm. As she made her way through the labyrinthine corridors of the arena, she couldn't shake the feeling of anticipation tinged with a hint of nervousness. Today, she was scheduled to interview none other than Paul Heyman, the mastermind behind some of the most iconic moments in wrestling history. As Jackie approached Heyman's dressing room, she couldn't help but notice the aura of power that seemed to emanate from within. Taking a deep breath to steady her nerves, she knocked on the door, her heart pounding in her chest. "Come in," a voice boomed from inside. With a mixture of trepidation and excitement, Jackie pushed open the door and stepped into the dimly lit room. There, sitting in a plush armchair, was Paul Heyman himself, his piercing gaze fixed on her with an intensity that sent shivers down her spine. "Ah, Jackie Redmond, the delightful host of our show," Heyman said, his voice smooth as silk but with an underlying edge that sent a chill down Jackie's spine. "Please, have a seat." Jackie obliged, perching nervously on the edge of a nearby chair as Heyman studied her with a keen eye. Despite her best efforts to appear calm and collected, she couldn't shake the feeling of being under scrutiny by a master manipulator. "So, Jackie, what brings you to my humble abode today?" Heyman asked, his lips curling into a sly smile. Jackie cleared her throat, trying to muster up the courage to speak. I'm here to interview you, Mr. Heyman," she stammered, feeling the weight of Heyman's presence bearing down on her. Heyman chuckled, the sound sending a shiver down Jackie's spine. "Please, Jackie, call me Paul," he said, his eyes twinkling with amusement. "We're all friends here." Despite his seemingly friendly demeanor, Jackie couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to Paul Heyman than met the eye. There was a cunning intelligence behind those piercing eyes, a sense of danger lurking just beneath the surface. As the interview progressed, Jackie found herself caught up in Heyman's spell, hanging on his every word as he regaled her with tales of triumph and tragedy from his storied career. With each passing moment, she felt herself drawn deeper into his world, captivated by his charisma and charm. But beneath the surface, there was an undercurrent of tension, a sense that at any moment Heyman could unleash his trademark wit and verbal acumen, leaving Jackie scrambling to keep up. It was a thrilling dance of words and wits, a battle of intellects waged in the hallowed halls of sports entertainment. As the interview drew to a close, Jackie couldn't help but feel a sense of relief mixed with regret. Relief that she had survived unscathed, and regret that she hadn't been able to uncover more of the enigma that was Paul Heyman. As she bid Heyman farewell and made her way back to the bustling chaos of the arena, Jackie couldn't shake the feeling that she had just experienced something truly extraordinary. In the presence of Paul Heyman, she had felt a potent mixture of fear and fascination, a heady cocktail that left her craving more. And as she reflected on her encounter with the WWE Hall of Famer, Jackie knew one thing for certain: Paul Heyman may have intimidated her, but he had also left an indelible mark on her soul, a reminder of the power of words and the allure of the unknown.